Yes, I was fat. I was too fat, but I took health as a priority and I became fit. The story of my fitness journey goes back to 2018 when I started my fitness journey. This was the year when I learned most about the health, diet, and fitness. Before 2018, my workout routine was not regular and planned at all. I used to do the workout, but it was not regular and planned. But since I took health as a priority, and that for the many different reasons, I started working on my health. And while studying and learning about it, the one thing that I became obsessed with was protein. And as everyone said, and with my lack of knowledge at that time, I increased my intake of meat to just increase the content of protein in my regular diet. It really helped me in the beginning, but something happened last year in 2020 and that changed everything. I came across the book How Not to Die, and after reading this book, I started researching and pondering about how much meat I consume, its short-term benefits and its long-term side effects, its impact on overall health, and I decided to do something which I have never did in my life before and which I have never thought also. On 1st December 2020, I decided to become a vegetarian for a year. And just on December 1st, 2021, I passed a small personal milestone. And perhaps milestone is a wrong word here to use, as I did not lose 50 kg or something, but I feel it's a kind of achievement in my life. But the strange thing is that it seems longer than a year since I last ate meat. And you know what? Honestly, I do not miss meat at all. The only frustrating part of being vegetarian is when you are out with friends and you are the vegetarian one. This question is a bit tricky here for me because when people turn from non-vegetarian to vegetarian, they do that for some kind of serious reason. But for me, there was no reason except vegetarians have many health benefits and I wanted to try one. So I thought about it for a while and I took that decision to become a vegetarian. I am on a journey to improve my health and well-being and I am ready to do whatever it takes. I am convinced that our modern Western diet and its reliance on the meat and dairy products is inherently unhealthy, and that a vegetarian diet is much healthier, wholesome and nutritional alternative. Building strength and better physical fitness is about a whole lot more than just running and going to the gym. In fact, a major part of how your body performs has to do with what you eat, what you put in your body. We all have heard about the classic saying that you are what you eat. Your body performs based on the nutritional value you provide to your body, and that's the reason I decided to try this vegetarian diet for one complete year. For the first 3 months after why vegetarian, how do you get your proteins is the next question I have answered the most. My parents did surprise in the beginning since I was attending this for the first time, but when I explained to them that everything about its results and outcomes, what and why I was doing it, they didn't say anything and they respected my decision. My friends had many questions and didn't understand why I was doing it, but again, they were respectful of my decision. In the whole year, I have never felt awkward or weird telling anyone that I do not eat meat. But you know what? It blows my mind that I went whole year without eating meat, and I'm proud of that. You know what? It just feels like yesterday that I started this journey. The interesting fact is that when you turn vegetarian, suddenly everyone becomes a health expert, and you are always being lectured on why you need meat. And one thing meat eaters love to tell vegetarians is that why they require to eat meat and they are not getting enough protein. While I really appreciate their concern, there is no reason why that would be the case, because there are plenty of meat-free sources of protein including tofu, grains, lentils, beans, pulses, nuts, seeds, fruits and many vegetables. The second struggle was with cooking. Since I cook my food and when I changed my diet, I had struggled a lot with cooking. And in the beginning, it consumed a lot of time for me to cook everything, but eventually it took some time, but I learned fewer recipes. And I did modify it differently and easily so that I can save my time and I can cook faster. The interesting fact is that it is estimated that 84% of the people who turn vegan or vegetarian go back to eating meat. And we all know that how difficult it could be to push through your cravings. And meat cravings can happen to anyone, and I was no exception. It happened with me as well. But one thing that pushed me whenever I had meat cravings, and that was I always remember why I became vegetarian in the first place. Sometimes all it takes to help you to power through your meat cravings, and that is to remember why I became vegetarian in the first place. And since I remember that why I became vegetarian, I was so dedicated and I committed to the process, and I learned to ignore my meat cravings. I always reminded myself that why I was doing this, and the cravings vanished right away. After turning vegetarian, one thing I did was I kept a journal and I recorded everything, the benefits I gained from it. And as I reviewed my journal, I came across these benefits which I gained from being or turning vegetarian. The first thing I observed was a change in the energy level. My running pace improved drastically. I became a much stronger runner almost immediately after switching to a vegetarian diet. And you know what? I even feel better now. The second important thing that I observed was I don't crave for the fast food now. I used to get cravings for the fast food when I was non-vegetarian. But since my diet includes fruits, vegetables, pulses and beans, I do not have any cravings for fast food anymore. The another benefit that I observed was I improved my gut health, which was quite impactful for me. Vegetarian diet or vegetarian food contains a lot of fibers, and it will help you to digest your food, and it will not create any digestive problems. To be frank, I'm in love with eating vegetarian food. Based on the changes that I have observed, I could say that I don't see myself eating meat anytime soon. But I am never going to say never. For the next year, I am going to try to eat fewer bakery products, and also I am trying to eat fewer dairy products than I already do. I would say that my body definitely feels better and stronger since I became vegetarian, and I think it would stay healthier and stronger for a long time. I know that there are upsides and downsides of being vegetarian, and if you want to try being a vegetarian, you should have a very strong reason and willpower, because if you want to adopt this lifestyle and want to stick to it, you should have that reason. But remember, do not start this process without any reason. This is my whole experience that I told you guys. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button and do not forget to share and subscribe for the new videos that will help you to build a strong mindset, develop a grit and learn new things. Comment below what you think about turning a vegetarian or being a vegetarian, or about a vegetarian diet. If you have anything to share, please do put that into comment box. Until next time my friends, start today for better tomorrow and take action now and be legendary.